All right, so welcome back into the kitchen. It's beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. I know we're supposed to get some rain here tomorrow. So what I have here is a pork center cut loin, boneless loin. So what I'm going to do with this thing is I'm going to spice it up. I'm going to rub it down and put it on a smoker, smoke it for a few hours. So let me show you what I'm doing here for spices. First of all, I'm going to baste it with some yellow mustard, okay? And then I have all these mixes of spices here that I'll put into it. A little bit of black pepper, some thyme, some basil, some mace, some white pepper, sage, rosemary, some paprika, some anise seed, and some mace. Put all that into the mix here, and you can see it right there. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to mix that up. Once I get the paste on, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to rub it all over it, top and bottom. We're going to wrap it up for a couple hours, and then we'll put it in the fridge. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just get this mustard, just real liberal on the, you go hard and heavy on the mustard. I want to say liberal. Hard and heavy on the mustard because you want to make sure you coat the entire thing down. So I'm going to get this on one side, then I'll flip it over. I'm holding the camera with one hand, so that's going to be the trick there. But just take your hand and just rub it through. Just make it sure it's coated. And you can see you don't have to cut it or dig into it. All I want to do is really just rub the mustard in and get it in there. So I'm just going to roll this beautiful cut over and do the same thing on the other side. Now you notice that I'm on aluminum foil here, and there's a reason for that. Once I wrap this up, all that seasoning and the mustard and stuff is going to stick to the foil, but also it's going to stick to the meat. So I won't lose a lot of that seasoning. So, and again on the other side, and I am good. So now all we do is we'll just take our seasoning and then we'll season this thing up. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the bowl here. If you notice that my hands are clean now, there was a little bit of pause in the video. So we get the bowl here. You just go ahead and take the seasoning and just, with your hand, just go ahead and just give it a nice little sprinkle all over. We're going to do this on both sides. And then we'll make sure we get it a nice even rub. So again, if you want the measurements, when I post a video, I'll put the measurements in the comments. If you saw the video I did last night, I typically measure with my hand. Tablespoon, and teaspoon is typically what I'm doing. And I keep them in those increments. I don't go too wild with it. So we'll just get this thing a nice rub here. You'll see how with the mustard on there, the rub, it really adheres to the meat. I don't have to, vigorously rub to get the seasoning in there. So it actually, the mustard helps it stick. The mustard will cook off. And if you've never put mustard on a pork when you cook it, or mustard on a chicken when you cook it, either barbecue it or smoke it, you got to give it a try. It really brings out the flavor of the meat that you're cooking. I haven't tried it on beef yet. I'm a little bit skeptical about doing it on beef, but poultry, pork, yeah. Listen, mustard will make you look like a king. You can take a pork and just put mustard on it with no seasoning whatsoever. Put it in the grill, put it on the grill, put it on the smoker, whatever it is you're gonna do, and just leave it. And people will think you're, a magic chef or something. The flavor is so great. So there she is. I have the loin all rubbed in. I got the seasoning on both sides. You notice I didn't go too crazy with the seasoning because it really don't need to go that crazy. But all the flavors of these different seasonings that I have is really going to bring out the. It's really going to be enhancing this meat with this mustard. So there it is. So I'm going to take this bad boy now. I'm going to wrap her up and put it on in the refrigerator for a couple hours. I'm gonna go do some things. I'm gonna come back and I'll show it to you when I got it on the smoker.